It's challenging being a human being, wouldn't you say? For many factors, as we all know, and the stress seems to be increasing exponentially all the time. But this is a small price to pay for the privilege of being here, of experiencing existence. We have consciousness and we have free agency. We can move, we can do, we can act. Small price to pay for that, but it's only a privilege if you really know how to enjoy it at the most profound level. I'm not talking about frivolous, nonsensical fun, nothing wrong with it. I'm talking about the true fun of being a spirit, a consciousness in a human body on a planet in space. I mean, top that. But you've got to know how to do it, because we're not taught as children how to operate the vehicle. Taoism addresses itself to training us in how to operate the vehicle in an optimal way. Optimism, incidentally, means making the most of everything, and that's the spirit of Taoism, to make the very most of everything as it's happening. And it starts with the body. We talk about the self, optimizing yourself. What is yourself? This is a big question, and something that you'll be involved in the discussion about here. But to cut it short, you have this consciousness that observes, that bears witness to your life unfolding. Then you have this local self, which is a construct, it's a fiction. You develop it from when you're tiny, along with a story about the world and what it all is. This is what Freud would call the ego. It's an illusion, it's transient. It's the part of us that dies when the body dies. What Taoism teaches us to do is to learn to occupy the part of the body where the big spirit, the big consciousness, sits and observes from. It's all about psychospatial repositioning. Then we learn to optimize the connection between the different parts of the brain and the body through meditation practice. We learn to develop and channel qi, energy, which we use to fuel the enlightenment process. And eventually, this leads to the development of what they call the immortal spirit body, a vehicle, if you like, made of energy. It's a shape, a form that lasts you when you actually pass over into the, when you die. And purportedly, I don't know how anybody would know this, your consciousness is not ruffled or confused by the transition. Be that as it may, what this does give you is, number one, a reduction of fear about dying, a reduction of fear about destiny unfolding, and therefore a greater willingness to be present and value each and every moment, the painful parts and the pleasurable. Taoism also teaches you that everything revolves in cycles, the difficult to the easy to the difficult, and so on. Therefore, not to get stuck in any position. But you need training for this. It is a training. And it takes place throughout the body on a physical level, with the Qigong, with the Tai Chi, with the acupressure, and on an internal level with the way you're using your mind to conduct your energy. And that then puts you in command of yourself as a vehicle. You become what is in the modern vernacular called mindful. You have cognitive awareness of your own processes and are therefore in command of yourself and your field at all times. That doesn't mean in control, because it's not about being a control freak. That's too rigid. It's about being in command of the vehicle as you glide along in the great flow, the Tao. So what you'll find in this section is a raft of trainings to enable you to develop this poise, this internal poise, to be in command of the vehicle at all times, to operate it with the least amount of energy expenditure or self-induced stress, and the most amount of enjoyment, therefore effectiveness in each and every moment. Of course, this links to then optimizing your life, i.e. your conditions, and therefore optimizing your prospects, your chances in the world. These are the three main areas of inquiry, if you like, as humans, that we are fascinated by: ourselves, our physicality, our mental state, our emotional state, our connection and relationship with the Tao, the great presence that informs this whole story. Then what our lives are like, the apparently external situation of our lives, you know, the entertainment, the scenery, the people that we hang with, the way things are going to transpire for us. That's the other bit. And then the other part is, and where are we going to go from here? What am I going to make of this story, and how much do I rate my chances in terms of being able to make that happen, to manifest, in other words? And that's, you know, optimizing your prospects. So these are the three main areas. This is where you will find the focus being on optimizing yourself, being in command of your vehicle, and that makes being a human a lot less challenging and a lot more fun. And the more fun it is, the better you do at it. Enjoy it. Thank you.